What is going down, everyone? It's time for Mojobreak.com, The Hype, episode 304. Lots of stuff going on in the hobby. Card porn has disappeared from all of his social media accounts. We're going to discuss that. We've got Allen and Ginter with a star-studded checklist. We've got Bowman Chrome coming out in a week. The checklist is out. We're going to dissect, talk about that. We've got a little this or that. Lots of stuff going on. We're also going to do our listener giveaway as well. Everybody's going to get a Pop Century card, so stay tuned for that. We've also got an exclusive new code for you guys that listen to the hype. We just launched our new website. It's working great. It's lovely. You can use code HYPE10 for 10% off. We're not going to have any running coupons anymore, so you got to listen in to save money. You can use it on the brand new Bowman Chrome, save money on your teams, and get ready for the breaks next week of HTA and Hobby. So save 10% with Hype 10 on Mojobreak.com. Use it at checkout, load up, and that will expire at any given time. So if you're listening now, I would use it. It may even still be too late, but just use it as soon as you listen. Go on right now and grab your spots for any of our breaks at Mojobreak.com. We got Spectra that's out there right now. Plates and Patches is coming out next week. Immaculate Baseball. Lots of stuff posted on the site. And it even works for randoms, guys. So use that code. It is a flash sale. But let's get into talking about the hobby. That's why you guys are here. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening to our last episode with Stephanie from Mojobreak. I think that was a good show. She's very versed in the hobby. She did a great thing at the kids' trade day at the Burbank show. Dan, speaking of the Burbank show, how did you think the show went down? We were there for one day. How did you think Friday went?
I'm not here to talk about Burbank show. I'm here to the card porn, dude. Where are you at? Where are you at? Why you talk about dipping?
Dip.
That dude dipped.
Quite literally.
That dude dipped.
Yeah.
It's never good to delete all of your social media accounts. Like, it kind of is admitting that you did something terribly wrong.
Big red flag.
It's a big red flag. But, you know, it is what it is. Burbank. The Burbank Card Show. The National of the West.
The
is
West.
I think what we were saying. It was amazing. I mean, it actually had a lot of vibes of the National. Kind of felt a little bit like the Mint. The corporate, I guess it was the downstairs, left a little bit to be desired.
Not filled up completely, but
I'm not sure if it was. I'm not sure if people really knew about it. It seemed like all the action was on the second floor, which is where where we were at, and all the card shops and, you know, online retailers, all those, everybody hanging out there. But I thought it was overall good, easy for us to get to. Flew in, flew out, same day.
wasn't really any LA traffic to hit.
There wasn't. I don't know what was up with that. It was a Friday at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock maybe.
Everybody out of town maybe already for the holiday?
15 minutes
Maybe.
to get from the Anaheim Convention Center to the airport.
Yep,
Don't know what was
right by
going on.
Disney.
Also got to say there was, I think, 2 or 3 conventions going on at the same time.
Wow.
There is the Anaheim Convention Center.
Big.
That we know and love, that is absolutely ginormous. This where the West Coast National, I'm gonna coin that. I'm gonna keep saying it until it actually catches on. The Burbank show was at a newer part of the building, which is a completely separate building.
Got
I knew it wasn't going to be in the main building because it would have been empty.
Yeah, and shout out to Rob. I think Rob from Burbank Cards just did a phenomenal job. I seen him out there at the end of the show on Friday, like saying, "Did you guys have a good show? Was it great? How did any feedback?" He was really receptive to that, and and he's like, "Are you guys looking for 2020 plates and patches?" And he was asking people about that and everything. It's kind of a little inside joke, but I think people found it. I think they found it at our booth.
They found it. They found it, and they got at the absolute best deal you can possibly.
Deal is yes.
I mean, it was
discount.
actually, you could make an argument.
It was a steal.
You could make an argument. Oh, bam, Cody. You could make it. It was a steal. You could actually. It was the deal of the day. Deal of the show.
Yeah. So for those people that did steal our plates and patches, I hope you got expired redemptions. If you're listening to the show and you're the guy that stole our plates and patches from 2020,
I hope your box is filled with nothing but expired Joe Burrow redemptions.
The crazy thing, I'm surprised I didn't get a call saying, "Hey, we got somebody who's looking to sell us some 2020 plates and
You
patches."
don't say. Yeah.
I mean, I would love to make up that, but yeah, that didn't happen. But it would, if I got a call saying, "Hey, on like Sunday, hey, somebody's looking to sell some plates and patches," That would have been funny, right?
Would've been,
Somebody
in a-
jack it
yeah.
from us, turn around and sell it to us.
Yeah.
I mean, living the dream, right?
Size-wise, compared to the national, how does it compare in terms of like,
probably a
overall
quarter
scope?
of the size. Maybe a sixth of the
Size-wise, I
size.
think very similar to the Mint. Square
Yeah.
footage, I would say almost identical
Yeah.
to the
Okay.
Mint.
Okay.
Take into account that the first floor, same square footage. But again, there wasn't much traffic down there. So
Yeah.
Right.
Before we get into this week in the hobby, which we have the card porn situation that we wanted to talk about, I wanted to talk to C-Rad about Cosmic Chrome. Came out last week. We've ripped a lot. I know you probably ripped more than most,
Yep.
more than all of us. For one, have you seen the wild card that has came out?
No, but I just saw that on social media today as well.
Yeah, so that throws a little wrinkle in the fold. There was a wild card, not a player on it, number to 5.
Don't even
First
know what it
one,
does.
It says to go to tops.com/taco fractor, and there's nothing on there. So one sold for $11,111, I think, something crazy like that. And people are speculating that it's some kind of Taco Bell tie-in, right? I mean, at this point, maybe a lifetime of tacos or something. But there is 5 of them, so I don't know what they all do. Tops is going to keep us on the edge of our seat on that. But what did you think overall about the product?
I had my doubts that going to the second year of Cosmic that it would maintain the same fervor that it had last year, because it was a super hot product last year because it was a brand new SKU, brand new IP actually. I should say, it was a brand new IP last year, and people were excited about it. They loved the way it looked. So I kind of had my doubts, would it be as popular this year? And after a couple of days, I saw extremely popular. People are the fact people are literally going wild for the product. So I thought, in terms of the design, it still looks as good as it did last year, right? It's still,
And then you
it's
add
still a
the
fun
other
product.
elements of the planets that gives you
Now-
an extra hit.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought they had planets last year. No,
Not
No.
that I know of.
so that's the new chase this year.
That's a new one.
Okay,
And you're
very
getting
smart.
one or
then.
two a case, right? Maybe.
Yeah, very very smart to add that chase because that is the main thing I feel like people are chasing now. Besides the wild card taco fractor.
Yeah, which I don't know if that's going to be in Chrome. Maybe some of them are in Chrome. So the same taco fractors that are in Chrome are also split
is
up.
there
within
no
Cosmic.
team on the?
Nope. So it'd be a random if we pull.
So the same type of the same card.
No,
taco
it just
fractor.
says wild card.
No, not the same wild, not the wild card. I'm talking about just the regular taco fractors.
Yeah, I believe they're the same ones. Correct me if I'm
that
wrong.
you can
listeners,
get in Top
that are in
Scrum.
Top Scrum as well.
Yeah.
So that's the other element that we didn't know about. We assumed that 5 of each player were going to be in Chrome, but that's not the case. They're split up at least through Cosmic. Now, I don't know if it's going to be even in other releases as well. So that would make sense why we didn't hit Taco Fractors, but we were hitting red refractors more so.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So,
absolutely.
we hit those more often because these are spread out. So we'll see. Stay tuned to what they're going to do with that. Maybe it's a taco eating contest for something. Maybe it's Taco Bell promo. If it's a
all
taco
good.
eating contest, you hope that Joey Chestnut didn't win one of those, right?
Don't think he's in the hobby. Yeah.
That's true.
Depends on what kind of taco we're talking to. Are we talking traditional soft tacos? Are we talking classic Taco Bell crunchy taco?
Well, if you go by the card, it's the crunchy taco.
Yeah, it's crunchy. It's a crunchy.
Yeah,
Lifetime supply.
Harder to scarf
Is that
down.
what we consider taco regular?
I would consider taco regular like in a corn tortilla or a
Yeah,
softer.
like a street taco.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
that to me is taco regular.
That to me is also taco regular.
Yes. Taco Bell regular would
is
be crunchy.
The crunchy.
Correct.
But that's not even a.
To me, that in an eating contest is a choking hazard waiting to happen.
Sure.
Get shards.
But you got to sign a waiver. You got to sign
Right.
a waiver probably to do any type of eating contest.
Yeah.
So the website right now is Hold for Taco Fractor. Please hold on to your Taco Fractor card. Follow at Top Social Media when we have an exciting announcement. That's all it says right now. So that's where it takes you to.
I love that stuff. I love this kind of stuff that Topps is doing with these products. It's it's just a wild, you don't know what the heck's gonna happen.
Well, if you look at the picture too, guys, on my laptop, it looks like a Taco Bell taco. It doesn't look like a.
No,
I think
it
It
we
doesn't.
doesn't look
talked
like a
about that
super burrito taco.
No.
Back to eating contests.
Sure.
This is a question for everybody. Your wheelhouse. What is the food that you think you would have the best chance at being in an eating contest with?
Pizza. No
Pizza?
doubt. No doubt.
Pizza.
Yeah.
I
eat like a medium Pizza Hut pepperoni. I could eat that to myself if I don't watch myself.
so it's
It's pizza.
Man, that's really heavy though.
It's a lot.
Cheese.
You know the rules.
Just like a block?
Yeah, just
Or
like
like Kraft
sliced
singles?
cheese. Yes. But
Just
no,
a
Kraft singles are disgusting. I'm talking about like
Dan, you know the rules.
a block of cheese?
I probably could.
Block like
You know the
like
rules. Yeah, that's right.
multiple blocks? Like
Well, one block probably should be enough to win, right? I mean, I'm gonna. Have
I
a lot
don't
of
think so.
stomach
I think if people were doing eating contests, they'd be able to if it
Couple
was a
blocks.
cheese eating multiple blocks.
bacon. Probably do a lot of bacon.
Solid. Yeah.
Yeah, bacon.
Bacon.
Well, here's and I got another follow-up question for that because they just asked this question on Barstool, so I'll let you guys answer.
I think mine's mac and cheese.
You can eat a lot.
That's
of mac
heavy
and cheese.
too.
Yeah.
It's a lot of carbs and cheese. That's pretty
Not
heavy.
me.
No, yeah, I
That's
mean,
the-
it's-
that's
but
real
yeah,
cheesy,
but
man.
but it's like my favorite food and it's delicious. And
There we go. I got
or
one.
or actually I got one, pumpkin pie.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, couldn't do it.
I
I like
I
pumpkin
could-
pie.
I
I
could-
could not eat that much.
Oh, I could.
I'll accept that over mac and cheese. Mac and cheese seems like it'd be hard.
Yeah, happy pumpkin spice.
Oh,
Mac and cheese
pumpkin,
away.
tough.
pumpkin pie, man!
Pumpkin pie, I can see.
Put me in.
Here we go. As we get ready for the football season, we want you to weigh in on what food you would win in an eating contest. What food could you try that you'd win in an eating contest? You can put that on the reel. See, I'm already
No, look at that.
thinking ahead.
He thought ahead.
Thought ahead of it. All right, but
That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to have a conversation between the
Trying to
people
be
on the
trying-
podcast.
Yeah.
I want to know. You might have somebody who's like,
Pepperoni, yeah.
I could eat okra.
Pepperoni pizza.
So,
for
so
sure.
not even cheese pizza, pepperoni pizza.
I mean, cheese probably would be better. That's probably what you do. But give me pepperoni. Yeah.
Pepperoni pizza.
Could
huh?
down
and you
pepperoni.
think you could take down you said a medium?
Oh yeah, I could take down a meeting by myself when
And
I'm
like
not
he's talking
going
about on
competitive.
average, you could probably like eat. But like
Oh,
he say if it's
again,
an eating contest,
I-
he could probably eat way more than that.
Yeah. If you gave me time to prep, yeah, for sure.
To mentally prepare. For
Bro,
I could eat
if
like
we were in
30.
Connecticut, I could probably eat like 10 of them pizzas in a row.
Yeah, I mean it's
exactly.
super thin, right?
That's the thing is because pizza is a food you don't ever think about. Like no one, you just grab slice. You don't ever think about it. But then you're like, oh, I've just eaten half of a large
No,
pizza.
you think about it. Like I had 6 on Monday, and I was like, I am a piece of crap right now.
Yeah. No, you don't think
Six-
about it until
six
it's too
slice.
late. You go, oh, dear God, what have I done with
Delicious.
Because
myself?
I think the good range to feel good about yourself is about 3. You approach the 4th and 5th and 6th slice, and you're like, how many slices did you have? 8. And then you're like, oh man. And then you're like,
well,
I
first
need to
off,
go run. I need to be running the treadmill. all
if
over
anybody
this.
asks you how many slices you've had and you say 8,
You've eaten an entire
come
pie.
on, like you pump the brakes, and you could very easily say 4.
But if it's like a thin crust, it's not that bad. Now, if we're talking like
I don't
stuffed
8
crust,
pieces of pizza, thin or thick or Chicago style. It's still
Chicago
8.
style.
Well, you eat 8 pieces of Chicago style deep dish.
I had a hard time getting through 2.
Impossible. Yeah.
I had a hard time getting through 2 of those. By the way, get us back on the road to the
Never.
sports cards. C-Rad brought something up. Just kind of dawned on me when you're talking about like these things that Topps have been doing. I think it also goes in line with this Taco Fractor thing, the Wembenyama event, which that should be. Is that this weekend, by the way? Is the Wemby event, or is it next week?
No, it's September
soon.
23rd. I think
Okay,
the
so it's a couple
deadline
weeks.
is the 8th to submit.
That's what
though.
it is. Okay.
So get your boxes at mojobreakshop.com.
There you go. But I think that, to me, what's happening is they are doing these interesting little things of like, oh, stay tuned, or this Wemby thing, to basically increase the shelf life of these products.
Yep.
That I think a lot of companies have not been able to crack. Like we all want to move on with, there are there's a lot of products that the week it comes out, you got to make sure you strike while the iron's hot and then move on to the next thing.
Turn and burn.
Whereas Topps, they clearly guys realize that, and they're like, "How do we extend the shelf life of these?" And hey, good job, it's creative.
And Mike Rubin did come out and said this industry hasn't been marketed, and I know we kind of criticized that a little bit. And I see you, Mike. I see what you're doing. See what you're doing,
I don't think you guys by Mike.
Michael,
Michael.
Mikey.
Oh, no,
Definitely
no.
not Mikey. If you call him Mikey, it's over.
Man.
I'm
You'll,
sure he
you'll
had
never
to have
get to the
gotten
white
it.
party that way.
Dude, we're never going to get the invite.
But he's had to have been in that era where give it to Mikey. He
invited
likes
any-
it.
No,
Anything.
you ain't going to the white party. You're going to like the beige party or
going to
something.
any
don't know.
I refer to him as Mr. Rubin.
Yeah.
Mr. Rubin.
I met him though. We're on a good level. So he calls me Dougie. I call him Mikey. I mean, it works out. So you guys want to talk to him? Let me know. But
happen.
anyways, yeah. No, I had one more food follow up. I know we're getting off track here, but they had Hootie on Barstool, and they asked him if
Excuse me, who?
Hootie, as in Hootie and the Blowfish.
No.
Yeah, he's not the Blowfish. He's clearly Hootie.
Hootie-hoo.
Darius. But anyways,
Thank you.
Is his name.
Nobody refers to Darius Rucker as Hootie.
Well,
There was a time.
Yeah.
Blowfish
The
first came
Blowfish
out,
is the
you're like,
rest of the band.
So
okay?
he's Hootie, and they're the Blowfish, correct?
Yeah, the whole rest of the band. But they
I
asked him.
don't think so. I don't think that's what it was. I mean, you're telling me the bass player is just like, oh, I'm just one of the Blowfish.
Correct.
Yeah, he's in the band like the Little Mermaid, you know. If you could have one restaurant chain in your house for life, what would it be?
Ooh, love that. Restaurant chain?
Yeah, like probably fast food. I mean, I guess you could go like a Chili's or an Applebee's too if you wanted to. But.
I mean, if you're talking, it's got to be a chain, so it can't be like my favorite
Round
like,
Table.
mom and pop shop around town.
Round Table.
Round Table?
Yes.
It's barely a franchise, but yeah.
Yeah.
Barely a franchise?
It's only the West Coast.
It's the Bay Area, NorCal.
okay,
NorCal.
okay.
It's a franchise, though.
I was like, there's one on every block around me.
If there's like more than if you drive to work and you pass by like 3 or 4 of them, there's
But
enough.
the listeners are like, wait, they're going to Google around there like in Michigan, and they're like, I'm going to get some Round Table because C-Rad.
little
Like,
Oh,
No,
dang, you guys don't got no Round Table in Michigan?
It's a little local.
You ain't got no Yeezy in Serrano?
Nope, they ain't got none. And Darius said Taco Bell.
Yeah, I'm with that.
I think I don't think I can dispute that. He's
I
like,
mean-
also he
there.
said KFC's attached to it too. He's like, you know, for
And
them
Pizza
sandwich
Hut.
deal.
And Pizza Hut,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
The Devontae Adams commercials where he has the Taco Bell in his
Yeah,
eyes?
it is like the dream right there.
Yeah, I don't think I can. I don't want to go with like the normal answer and say Taco Bell, but I think I have to.
It's between Taco Bell and Arby's.
That Taco Bell is a very close.
Arby's is
I
is
actually-
delicious.
I
Taco
actually
Bell's
don't
tell
a
like
me,
close second.
Arby's.
tell me you don't get a beef and cheddar, and
I
that
like
puts a
it.
smile on your face.
I do love a beef and cheddar.
I actually go to
I do love
Arby's.
some horsey sauce.
Horse
All,
sauce is
all
good.
the Arby's around my
Everybody
area are all
hates
closed.
on Arby's, but
it's solid.
nobody has any problem. Like when you put Arby's in front of you, people eat it.
Yeah,
All right.
I get the chicken bacon Swiss there. I don't deal with the.
All right,
the
I'm going.
roast beef.
I'm going with it. It's my honest answer, but it's gonna be a source of controversy. But In-N-Out Burger.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
Come on, get out of here.
that's my number 3.
Yeah.
It'll go Round Table, Taco Bell, and then In-N-Out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the worst,
Solid.
Not the worst burger chain.
I'd rather have a Five Guys in my house.
Oh, no way.
I'd rather have a Jack in a Box.
Oh,
Yeah,
no way.
yeah, so
No
would
way.
I.
No
100%.
way.
100%.
I'd rather have
No way.
2 Jack in a Box tacos than anything.
probably still take 45 minutes. even
Anything
at
on
your
the
own house.
In-N-Out menu.
Oh, come on, guys.
All right. Well,
Come
Card
on.
Porn also has an account called Food Porn, so it's fitting that we segue into the Card Porn talk.
That's how we drew it up.
And as far as I know, this is how I'm going to relay the information to you guys because it is very, convoluted on what actually happened here. So if I get it wrong, this is all allegedly. Basically, Card Porn bought a Michael Jordan game-used jersey for $26,000, allegedly. And then what he did after that was allegedly I know I'm saying that a million times. Take a shot every time I say allegedly. He got a photo from the 96-97 NBA Finals and somehow doctored the photo to show that the jersey he has was game worn in Game 3 and Game 4. So now you have a jersey that could potentially go for $1 million. Big games that he wore it in, right? So he also then started a foundation under Tony Ramsey, who is a photographer for the Bulls, a hometown photographer, that said that it basically came from him. And turns out the Ramsey had passed away in 2004. So what kind of started the first domino to fall was Ramsey's family said, we don't have a foundation. So Darren Vell did some more investigating. Turns out the photos were doctored. Next thing you know, Card Porn is now deleted all of his accounts, nowhere to be found, can't hear him anywhere. He's just got no more voice in the hobby. And just like that, he's gone because he was trying to take a $26,000 jersey, make $1 million profit off of a game that Jordan didn't wear this jersey in. So that's where we're at with the Card Porn thing. I think what makes it even more, it's not surprising, like Dan's probably going to say that somebody in this hobby is shady. But when you mask yourself as the watchdog and you call out shady characters for the last 10 years, and then you're a shady character, isn't it ironic in the honest words of
Wow,
Alanis
man.
Morissette?
No, that's how you draw it up.
That's how you draw
That's
it
how you
up.
draw it up. You
Mastermind?
basically,
Don't trust.
you
That's how
basically
you build
go
trust.
out and you're the shady dude, but you have the microscope on everybody else, so nobody's gonna look back at you. Man, that's like being shady 101.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
no, it's not genius. It's just how shady people
Yeah,
do
it's how
shady
it
people
is.
things.
And correct me if I'm wrong, dude, because this Card Porn account has been, everybody knows about this account, right? If you're on social media, they've only really been around since like the last, I would say, 5 years or so.
Yeah,
right?
I believe that really when I started noticing was during the pandemic.
During the pandemic.
Didn't people think it was Ken Golden at one point?
Oh, there's been so many
There's
rumors
rumors
of
about
it
who
is.
has been. Yeah,
I think there's been Ken Golden rumors. There's been
Jeff.
there's
Sports
been
card
Jeff rumors.
investor.
I think there's been as crazy as like it's sports card radio rumors. Like there's been wild rumors.
6.5.
about
I heard that rumor.
I've heard it
right?
C-Rad.
Hey, hold on.
But
Hold on.
Supposedly his name is Juan Garcia.
Yes.
Supposedly, allegedly. And he said that he remained anonymous because he wanted to be able to call people out. But now we kind of maybe know why he wanted to remain anonymous.
Whoa.
Why couldn't we?
You know who he is, though. Like, people know who he is
Why
because
couldn't
Ken
we
Golden
find-
was there with him.
They were
opening
with him,
Drake.
and he's let his account be used by, like, people at the National for, like, an 86, 87 Fleer break. He obviously went live with Drake and Golden, on that big evening that Drake busted some 86, 87 Fleer. And, yeah, so gone. We'll see if he
Crazy.
services. We'll see if he has a comment on this situation.
You
That's
know, when
crazy.
you delete everything, I don't think you're going to get a
I
comment.
think there is a solid chance we never hear from this person
Now-
ever again.
I mean, it wasn't even salvageable. He could have probably sold that account for a good chunk of change, right?
Yep,
Can we
absolutely.
talk about the whole concept of photo matching jerseys? Like,
Yeah.
to me, that sounds very, very difficult to do. But obviously, there are people who do it. How? How do you see? Is it like a thread of a jersey?
A stain.
A stain, I get. A stain is easy enough, but like in basketball, there's not. Football makes sense because there's dirt, there's mud, there's grass stains, but basketball,
Their jerseys stay clean.
their
for the most
jerseys stay relatively clean, right? So how do you photo match a jersey in basketball? Is it
This
like
actually, it's funny that you mentioned that. He probably sat through all of Jordan's big games. He's like, "Don't spit on your jersey." God, I can't use that one. Dang it, he's got blood on that one. Ugh. He finally found a jersey that was clean, right?
No, I mean honestly, like you say that as a joke, but
No,
like,
he probably
I
did
think,
that.
I think that's like I need to find a big game with no distinguishing
no
marks,
rip,
no distinguishing
tear.
marks that are on a jersey, or couldn't you like?
I think you're
couldn't
giving
you
him
like
too much
doctor
credit.
it as well? Like, let's say like there you see a big game and there is a stain, and you're just like, okay, all I gotta do is that's mine.
Oh.
All I gotta do is find something to make that stain look like that, and then now I'm like, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Perfect. Like now it's photo
Yeah.
matched. I made it to match the photo. Like, what do you think the accuracy is on documented photo matched jerseys? We can't
10%.
say we can't. Oh, I was gonna say we can't say it's 100%, right? What we've seen, like, I mean, I'm not trying to. And there's probably companies that make a living doing this. I'm not trying to like hate on their industry, but I'm like,
Yeah.
is it safe to say 60% of the time, 70% of the time?
That seems high to me,
Seven,
man.
let's
Yeah,
say
yeah.
let's say for the
That's a lot of games.
integrity of the industry, let's just say like 70% of the time. But that's like 30% of the time that like it gets documented and it's wrong.
Yeah.
It says, yeah, it nearly sold for $27,000 as game used, but no specific match. Garcia represented to MEI Gray execs that he had found his own match to Game 3 and Game 4 Eastern Conference Finals,
match.
thanks to finding and then buying 2 photos from late photographer's foundation, the Tony Ramsey Foundation. So that's how he, get some clarity. The article's on the Action Network by Darren Ravel, so he's got more details here. MEI Gray looked at the photos that were provided to them, thought they had communicated with a person from the charity. So he also even faked the person from the charity, then affirmed the match. When collectors pointed out nothing else available showed a match, including grainy TV footage, MEI Gray stood by its authentication until an email sent by Ramsey Foundation to the reporters seemed fraudulent and everything started to unravel at that point. So Tony's son, Nick, who works at cybersecurity, oddly enough, took the call nearly at midnight. He told the Action Network, that his father never created a foundation and did not have a photo archive. The foundation was also created in July 2023, 17 years after Tony Ramsey's death. The Action Network published the story on August 31st. Within hours, the foundation website was taken down. So too was Cardboard's Twitter with 112,000 followers. Garcia's personal Instagram handle, Wani, his LinkedIn page, phone numbers, people had him no longer worked, and his WhatsApp went dark. MEI Gray froze their authentication. The photos were likely fake too, they thought. Blah, 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 blah. Last week, the man who traded the 86 Fleer box, so I guess there's even more stuff coming out about what card porn had been involved with.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be a lot more to go
Yeah,
from
supposedly, I was reading it, he also was selling some counterfeit 86 Jordans.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is it's just a wild, wild story. But also, I mean, you got to think back in the day. How could you photo match? Like, you go back into, like, what, Larry Bird, and you're watching video from 1980. There's no way you're clearly going to be able to tell a rip or anything unless somebody does have
Hell
good photos,
no.
right?
Hell
I mean, it's
no.
probably more documented now with HD that you could go back and see Tom
absolutely.
Brady, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But, like, that's why you
The
picked
video
96,
footage from back then
97.
is, like,
yeah,
tough,
it's
bro.
terrible, right?
Back to what I was just saying,
Yeah.
like 60%, 70%.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's something that, like, I've heard a lot of people talk about, but I don't take any stock in it, right? If I hear, like, man, this is photo match, in my mind, I'm all, yeah,
Is it, though?
okay. Is it? Like, how much of a premium? I put very little premium on that because I don't really believe in the concept.
Yeah, you need the full, what do they call it? The full provenance, like you
Like,
need the full
I
background.
need
of where
I
it
need
came
Michael
from.
Jordan to basically go, hey, check out what I have in my closet. I wore this jersey for the Eastern Conference Finals in 1991, and takes it out and goes, here, look at it.
Or not even that. Or not even that. I think like,
Actually, he'd probably be like, I don't know if I wore this. I'm not sure. I think so.
1,000%.
at
Michael
least
Jordan would not
somebody that was around Jordan, that is verified, that's been around Jordan, that might have gotten that could have easily gotten a jersey from him game used from one of these games. It has to be a fully bulletproof background story to it, like not not a guy that passed away 17 years ago and he had a foundation that he had a picture. Like, no, bro, like that stuff won't fly.
I mean, I would like to know though, like, and honestly, like with basketball again, like it's not football. Is it? You look at the jersey and go, okay, like there's a thread hanging off the number there. There's a like.
Well,
Is
they
that, I mean,
probably
that has to
also-
be how they're doing.
They
it,
also
right?
probably have the day. It probably was a game used jersey, but they probably have specifics to follow in that too, right? The threading, what the label's made
The
on the
label,
back, like the
inside,
yeah, the
yeah.
wash.
I mean, the
laundry
only
tag
way I could think
stuff.
of it to be legit is that somebody who is either maybe
in the
clubhouse who actually has a system where they label it and date it and then they certify it and they're like, but where does it go after that? Like, is it, I think we've talked about this before, is it it's property of the team, correct?
Sure. Yeah, should.
It's property of the team. It's
Yeah.
not even property of the player.
Which then, then to the
then
league,
team,
if
the
it's
team
deemed important.
decides it's their property to do whatever they want to do. with it.
Right.
Quickly, I wanted to mention Allen and Ginter seems like it's ramped up this year, guys. We've got Webanyama's autos and Allen Ginter. This is Allen Ginter baseball, by the way. Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Will Levis is going to be in there.
Talk about a way to freaking boost the product like crazy.
Kevin Hart, Meek Mill, Lil Baby,
Yeah.
Robert De Niro is some of the
Wow.
non-baseball
Wow.
signers. So Allen and Ginter is going to be hot, and might as well use
Super hot.
Webanyama. Yeah, I mean,
Super hot.
so I don't even know what we're going to price out the non-sports spot at this point.
That's
Dude.
going to be the spot
Non-baseball.
everyone
Dude.
wants.
I mean, like Ginter's always interesting every single year. Like I love Ginter. You guys know, one of my bucket goals in life is to be in Ginter one day. But like, they're making this year super interesting, and it's just following the trend again, where Topps is like, Fanatics is like, really thinking about each and every product here, like how to maximize it.
How to maximize it. And I mean, you have these guys that you don't have the license yet, so you might as well put it in a product that you can use it with, right?
Yeah, we're looking at the fastest Allen Ginter sellout of all times.
Yeah. And I think we're getting the least amount this year, too.
Yeah,
so.
we definitely are getting the least amount that we've had in a long time. But that also could be an indication that maybe they are not making as much as they made in previous years.
Maybe we'll see Wemby more often than not.
Maybe,
in these cases.
maybe.
Or maybe they're going to make multiple different configurations of it. We could also, let's think about, because they've done it with other releases.
With Chrome already.
Breaker
So,
Delight.
We already have.
Are we gonna
we
get
already
the?
have Chrome.
Are we gonna get the Allen and Ginter Breaker D?
Oh my goodness.
Light.
Autos and a couple base cards only.
Some parallels, some
Which
minis.
is like the opposite of Ginter, because Ginter is mainly base, and then you get a couple of autos.
Dude, you need to get the rip card. Like, could we not mess with?
Don't
like,
mess.
could we just not mess with it? Coming from a breaker, let's not mess with it.
Keep
Is
getting
it like a
your
rip
picture.
card of Wemby? You rip it, and it's a little Kevin Hart inside.
Yeah.
I mean,
Short king subset.
Sorry,
Kevin Hart's only.
it'd be
got
the
minis.
it would be the only
Man.
only way you could do
That's
that, right?
genius.
Because you
That's
couldn't
genius.
do it the opposite way.
Or a tall boy like rip card. It's like a box stopper.
You wouldn't be able to do a Kevin Hart and then pull out a mini Wemby.
No. That'd be a little weird.
So we've got last thing for
God.
this week in the hobby. We've got Spectra that released today, 22-23, highlighted by obviously Paolo Banchero, the Rookie of the Year. Chet Holmgren has a lot of hope. You got Shaden Sharp.
Could win Rookie of the Year this year.
Could win Rookie of the Year this year. So you could have 2 Rookies of the Year in this class. Rookie Logo Man's autos are in this, so it's one of the few products that have Logo Man autos in it. It's Immaculate, NT Flawless, and Spectra. So it's one of the 4 that you get every year that you can chase Rookie Logo Mans. Now there's no Vet Logo Mans or Vet Logo Man autos, but obviously huge chase with the Nebula Logo Mans, Paolo, Chet, all these guys. Let's get into when the hobby goes too far. We had the news. We didn't even really report it. We kind of skirted by it that Leaf CEO Brian Gray has stepped down as CEO, and former VP of Sales of Topps Kevin O'Neill is now the CEO of Leaf Trading Cards. So I don't know if you knew that.
I did
But they came out with a auto. It was direct. It's not in a box. It's, pay to order or whatever, of Roy Johnson from the Sycamore High thing, right? Is that what it's called? Bishop Sycamore?
Bishop Sycamore,
Bishop
yeah.
Sycamore, BS High.
There's a new documentary on
I believe
HBO.
it's a documentary that's on HBO.
But there, before that, there was a big ESPN. They got on a featured high school football game with, what was it, IMG Academy? And everyone's
IMG
like,
Academy, yep.
what is this school? I've never heard of them, but hey, they're the hot new school. And they just got throttled on national television.
And a lot of the
then-
kids were
yeah.
supposedly not even in high school. They
Right.
were in their 20s.
Yeah.
And they still got absolutely
But they were
destroyed
taking
by it.
funding to use it.
So
to,
yeah, basically to then build up the school, get a bunch of money. Yeah, it was all. I don't know. Again, I'm not as
They
familiar. I
were
didn't
they
watch
were
the doc
also
yet.
they were also like traveling, right? Because I saw the documentary.
Mm-hmm.
They were traveling and they would have the team in like hotels, right? And I've never heard of this, and maybe when you're doing travels like that and you have a whole team, they were giving like net 30 terms. Like the hotel would give net 30 terms to this guy to pay for the hotel rooms for the whole team. Well, he would just bounce. He would just be like,
Yeah.
all right, let's get out. Or the kids would actually get like kicked out because there would be no payment.
Yeah.
But he actually made a point. He's like, you're going to give me net 30 terms. He's like, well, I'm not, you're going to give me credit. I'm going to use it.
Right.
but apparently he also allegedly opened up some PPP loans under some of the
Oh, yeah.
kids' names.
Straight
So-
up con artist.
Straight up
Just-
con
yeah.
artist. So, like, the question is, and a lot of blowback on the Leaf post yesterday, is should we glorify a con man? Should we make a collectible out of a con man? So that's the conversation I want to have with you guys is, is this going too far? Is there somebody that wants this because this guy's on HBO? Should you... because a card is always, obviously, trading cards, when you have autographs on it, it's like honoring somebody, right? So are we honoring a con man? Is that okay in this hobby? And I want to hear what your guys' takes. And also comment on the Hype community group as well, what your thoughts are on this.
Yeah, I guess there is a difference. I'm just kind of like been thinking about it all day since we thought we brought it up earlier before the show. Like, there's a difference between pulling like out of something like a cut auto from a historic product. So we're talking about like, well, there's cut autos of like really controversial figures throughout history. But those people aren't necessarily getting money for those. Oftentimes, I don't know 100% how they're always getting these cut autos. Are they going to like the estates of some of these, of most of these people who've been deceased? Are they going to museums? Are they going to the historical institutes? I don't really know. So maybe there is some gray area there. But as for stuff like this guy, like we also featured the Fire Festival guy, Joe Exotic, these guys who are in jail or possibly going to jail, I'm assuming they are directly benefiting from this. Like, they got paid a fee
Yeah, oh yeah.
to sign this stuff, which that is where I'm like, yeah, that is a little that's tough to reconcile with. Also, yeah, if anyone thought, oh, Brian, well, I guess this is like the last of the Brian Gray sort of stuff from Leaf.
Maybe did he? I mean, was this a? I mean, you're not going to step down as CEO because of one autograph, right?
I think this was worked out well before.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if anyone's like, "Wow, nothing's changed," I'm like, "Well, it could, but you know, this is if you want to be that guy, Leaf's gonna Leaf, I guess."
I mean, again, I watched the documentary, and at no point was I like, this guy should have a card. I would like an autograph. I mean, I was sitting there watching it, and I'm like, actually, I might be in the minority, and I know it had good reviews. I was like, this story is like not. It really wasn't that great. It is what it is. I mean, the guy's a con artist, but like, I heard like Leaf was like the #1 sports documentary of the year. I'm going to disagree with that.
Yeah, it's very popular.
It's okay.
But
it's okay.
Have you watched it?
No.
I haven't watched it either, but like, I guess my question to you, C-Rad, is like, what auto is going too far? Like, what like controversial subject is going too far where it's like, you know what, you lose respect for the company or you lose respect for the person putting the auto out?
Yeah, I mean, I think in general it's pretty whack. I think when we were at the we talked about Leaf back when the Damar Hamlin situation happened. I thought that was super whack what they did there too, right? So I think something like that's already going too far, right?
I think that's worse.
I think
that's probably worse.
I think the Damar Hamlin is worse.
Yeah,
I think it's worse.
So,
I don't think anybody really. I want to know how many of these they sold.
Yeah, I think like this stuff of like this is I think is whack that they're getting these guys are getting cards. Like I don't think they should have cards. Me personally, you know what I mean? Like
$19 for his autograph.
Who is really interested in owning these, bro? I want to meet you.
$19.99.
Message us and then
the Fire Festival guy that's on here.
Yeah.
Like
they're also selling Urban Meyer autographs as well.
Who cares? Like Billy McFarland.
Yeah. Never in my wildest dreams.
Look,
would
he
I
tried
want
to
an
put on
auto.
a festival. Putting on festival is probably pretty hard. He didn't do a good job.
No.
He does not deserve to get a card.
You know who deserves to get a card? The guy that was trying to get water for him.
Yeah,
that guy deserves to get a
That
freaking
guy,
card.
He did what it took.
Whatever. Yeah, that guy absolutely.
And then am I also? Again, I'm talking about what we're seeing on the screen.
Oh, I'm looking at it
Is
too.
that a Charlie Manson?
Yeah, it's Charles
It
Manson.
is, but it says $1 million and it's
So,
written to himself.
I looked it up, and apparently this is something he did often. Whenever he would like get an autograph, like he would have a checkbook, write a check for a fake check for $1 million, and that would be your way of getting an autograph from Charles Manson.
How would you get that?
Send him a letter to prison and be like,
Oh, and he had a checkbook.
I'm guessing or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Which there's no money in it. But I think, but correct me if I'm wrong, when you start at check 1001, right? So it's only
I also
6 or 7 in.
I also think I draw the line when it's like they're getting autographs of guys of like people who have killed people.
He's
like
never
that.
killed anybody, but he's orchestrated.
Right.
Well, yeah,
Right.
yeah, of
like
course.
Still not-
like
still not
if that is 100%. Well, not and then like I don't. You could go and then you could get. We talked about a little bit before about like political cards. Then you can really like. That's a whole different beast
Yeah, you get
within
in the
itself.
weeds.
But I think that even like we talked about the Damar Hamlin thing, that was 100% going too far, and
Well, and I know there's people that collect. Like I've seen the shows. There's a couple shows out there, or maybe like a show will go down the road where it's like morbid collectibles, like maybe a kitten that's like preserved, or like stuff like that. Like John Davis from Korn is hugely into like grotesque collectibles, but like that usually doesn't involve like either a con artist or a murder.
No.
Right? There are some murder collectibles too, like I know Lee
True
Harvey
crime
Oswald
stuff,
or the other people involved in JFK. I guess you know what you're getting into that way, and it's somebody found that collectible and maybe they're trying to sell it, but like to actually actively go out and sign somebody that's got a past and try to profit off of it. A lot of people on Twitter, or I actually call it X now, are saying that Leaf's going to come out and go like, we're donating it to charity now, like after they get a lot of heat. So we'll see if that news comes.
They're not donating much because, again, I don't know how many people are going to buy the card
Should I
that
buy
we're
it?
talking. No,
Here's
because
the thing: is do we know if it's sold out?
No, it's
it won't
it's
be
print to
sold
order.
out. Like
I think it eventually will.
dude, nobody wants it.
It's print to order.
Like it. Nobody
Here's the
wants.
thing.
Nobody wants it. The DeMar Hamlin thing was tough because like never would they make a print to order card if
No,
that
if
did
that
not
ever
happen.
Yeah.
And that is what pisses me off.
This is what Leaf does, and from a business standpoint, it's a little genius. They've probably went to him. They're selling them for $20. They probably said, "We'll give you $5 an auto. We hope to sell thousands." So he's like, "I get $5,000, right?" They're selling them for $20, print to order. So you can order it through the 19th of this month. So there's a full 15 days still to order. So basically he closes at the 19th. He's like, "Hey Roy, we've got 1,000 autos for you to sign." So that's how he does it. So he's actually not putting out any money up front. He's using your guys' money to pay
Roy, we have
Roy.
8 autographs to have you sign. We will give you a cashier's check for $40 American.
Have dinner on us.
Accurate. I do. Bro.
Under 100.
Yeah.
I would put money on the fact that it would be under 100.
For
You
real.
know what's messed up is that you could do shop pay on this one. You could buy a Roy Johnson card with the shop pay. But yeah, well that's a whole other story.
I mean, I don't know. I think we're gonna end up being surprised
Shopify.
at how many people did end
Do
up
you
buying
do
this
we
card.
do we get a final run?
Usually, yeah.
Okay, we
Yeah.
should
And-
then we should all put in a
And
guess
again-
right now. And what's it going to end at? And the loser, the person who is last place, has to buy everybody tacos.
All right,
Okay.
that's fair.
Okay.
I'll say this sells 500.
Okay, go. Okay, so what kind of I get?
That's what I'm saying. 500.
I'm getting tacos.
500.
What's Dan? What's your pick?
32
Jeez.
Come
I'll say 600.
All right.
tacos.
I would say 50.
I just think we're all look. And like, this is what a point I wanted to
$20,
make.
guys.
It's $20. It's
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
I'm
$20.
not-
It's
obviously.
$20.
I would never waste
It's
my
$20.
hard-earned $20
It's $20
on a Roy
No,
Johnson
it's
auto in my
$20.
life.
Nobody cares. I'm the only one who watched the documentary.
None of us.
Nobody
would do that.
cares.
None of us would do that. But I'm telling you, there's
Hey,
at
dude,
least
you
some
better-
people out there.
500 people.
And because Leaf has
You-
done it before.
You guys
500
You guys
people.
better not pull your money together.
I'm not saying
and
500 people.
Start
Is it-
buying. Start buying them.
What's the limit? What's the limit on how many you can purchase? I'm not saying 500 people. I'm saying they're going to sell 500, period.
Let me see if I
Somebody
can.
might buy 10.
No one's gonna buy 10. Not one
again,
single person is going to buy 10,
people
unless
collect-
it's dude. Unless it's Roy Johnson himself.
It might be. Might be as much.
Well, it won't let me add 1,000.
Okay.
It won't let me add 100.
I bet you could buy 10. That max is 10.
898 are available, so I think he's probably sold 102 already.
Dude, he hasn't. No, those are like, man, he didn't.
892, so it started at 900.
Whatever. I'll buy you guys tacos, but
800.
I'm telling you right now, they're lying.
There might be someone out there who's like a documentary super collector.
No, not him.
There
Nobody.
might be.
Nobody.
Like, if we're talking about Billy McFarland, I could kind of see that because he's associated with, like, celebrities and athletes. Roy Johnson is just a con man. What the what?
He's not even
Who's
a co-
buying
not
that,
even-
dude?
Nobody's buying it. He's not even a coach.
All right. Well,
People collect some horrifying, terrible things in this world. It'll make you go, what the hell? Why would I ever
and
want to
okay, and,
associate
one
with
last
you?
point. I'm not against people making and creating and collecting whatever their heart desires. Like I'm not putting any shame towards what anybody likes to collect because I like to collect a bunch of different stuff myself. But there's certain things that's just like it's distasteful. That's all I'll say.
Exactly.
Are you? I mean, you buying that and you're just like, I'm gonna hold it. Maybe put it in my vault. Maybe put it in my safe. Wait for the Roy Johnson.
There are certain things you're right.
Like
that
to really. I mean,
Wait for Roy Johnson to
maybe-
become the MMA champion of the
maybe
world.
Roy Johnson gets a job like coaching a main college program.
Maybe coaching the 49ers.
Maybe. I actually
God.
I think so.
Out of here. No, there
takes,
are certain
Shanahan's job.
things that I don't even need to vocalize what those things are. But yeah, if you walked into someone's house
You say 500?
and 500 of them.
I said
But if you walked into someone's house and you saw certain collections of certain things, you go, "Oh no, this ain't right. Nothing here is.
guys are
This is
out of-
not okay."
guys are
So
out of
to put
your
it that way,
minds.
you can collect what you want.
I
but-
think what they're doing
Good
on the
point.
Leaf site right now is that they're messing with the quantity to think people are they're moving,
I'm telling you,
but they're not moving.
it's popular.
They may
right
have
now. People are
sold. They
watching
may
it.
have sold 3 right now.
There are people
He said
out there who win.
892.
That guy's not
They put up
wrong.
90.
That's the other thing.
No, at 898. I'm assuming they put
898.
1,000.
The thing-
You're right. 2 of some.
No, they
No,
put
yeah,
up
they're- the
1,000.
The stock started at 900.
The thing we're also
that's just the
not
limit.
thinking about is there's this popular documentary. There are people out there who go, you know what? That guy's not wrong. I agree with him. It seems crazy to us, but I'm telling you, there's at least a couple people out there, not more than a couple.
Watch it.
I'm
and
just
then
telling
I
you.
want to see you. I
No,
want you to tell me that take again. If
No,
you're to,
again, I won't.
again, just a con man, like an everyday regular con man.
Just an everyday regular.
Just an
Con
everyday
man.
regular con. I'm writing a song right now.
Let's see if Greg's still.
Nobody cares.
I mean, in the grand scheme of
I
things, yes,
actually
you're right.
think they would do better if they actually sold autographs of the kids who were players of the team.
Now that might be better.
That would have been those actually would have sold better.
But
But he ain't. But they're not the start of the documentary.
before we move on from this topic, I wanted to make the point of like, who sat in the board meeting, and of all the people you can get, you're like, yeah.
No, dude, it's easy. Basically, what it is what is trending
Is he
at
in
the
Te-
moment.
Is that in is that Texas
They're
too?
doing trending.
Are they
Yeah,
in
it's like
Texas?
it's basically like
They're on the TikTok
it's
algorithm.
it's going on Netflix and being like, what are people watching on Netflix? Going on HBO Max, whatever.
Yeah.
What's popular? What's
Still
new?
breaking.
And
What's
it's the
what's
mar- and
streaming
it's the
on
marketing.
Hulu? What's on Paramount
What's gonna
Plus?
get every
You know-
sports card
you know what?
related video and
Hopefully-
podcast to talk about our company for a 20-minute segment?
True, that's true.
Hopefully, Leafs under new
Now
ownership
people are just gonna go
or-
buy cards out of spite.
under
They're
new,
gonna be
under
like,
new leadership. Hopefully, they change their how they do things.
I
how
mean,
they
he
go
was
about their
handpicked,
business.
so I don't think it's.
They
gonna
must have
change.
thrown any. I mean, you throw the morals out, and you go, you know what?
I'm not. But I'm
You know,
not
it's like
hating
trying to
on-
tell
I'm
people
not
what to buy, I
hating on
guess.
who they got. I'm not hating on the fact that they had him sign. Though I'm not even taking that route. I'm just saying they got him, and it was a miss. Like nobody cares. Like that is what I'm saying. Like nobody cares, no matter what Cody says. 600, 500.
500 people.
Nobody
Nobody
cares.
cares.
Nobody cares.
I
All right,
agree.
well let's get into our giveaway, guys, and it's actually going to be live content here too. So, 11 of you guys won, and you're all going to get a card. So all you guys through the Hype community group on Facebook, if you're not a member, please join now.
This was part of our 300th episode. We asked people what's your favorite segment on the show. People love Guess That Price is
Yep.
what we found out.
So we are gonna play a game of guess what they're known for
Nice.
as well.
Oh,
So
yeah.
the first card, we're gonna go in order. The first card's gonna go to Kevin Peshkin.
A whole segment, by the way, of talking about a controversial Leaf product.
And then we just, and then I mean, you
Perfect
can't
product
make it
that I
up.
love, though.
We're like, by the way, we're gonna be opening up
Popsicle.
$600 worth of Leaf product right now.
It is. You know.
Kevin,
It's a
congratulations.
cut. It's a cut auto.
You
Oh
get
wow.
a Donald Trump Jr. autograph. Can we
You
wrote
can't-
this any better?
You can't make this
Speaking
up.
of,
Can we have plans? Cody's gonna fall out of his chair. He's gonna fall out of his chair.
Oh. You know what?
awesome.
Leaf
Content writes itself here.
never change.
Never change.
No, please do change.
Donald.
I will
Trump Jr.
say this though. People care more
Yes.
than
for sure.
than Roy Johnson,
1,000%.
Johnston, whatever.
1,000%.
Our next winner, Steven, or
God.
Steve Scholar. Thanks for commenting.
Truly cannot believe that
Next one.
we did not write.
And we didn't have to guess what he's from, but we've got a Tom Skerritt auto. 5 out of 5. Anybody know?
Great.
Yeah, absolutely. Tom Skerritt is from Top Gun.
Yep. Alien.
Yeah.
And that's a first Pop Century auto. So that is for
Was that a show
Steve?
in the 80s?
Mike, Kid
remember.
Mikey, Mike Mendelson with the win.
Cracked ice.
Ed Gale in the duck uniform. What?
Dude, Howard the
Oh,
Duck.
Howard the Duck.
Oh,
Howard the
God,
Duck.
4 out of 4.
Howard the Duck
I
himself.
mean, one of the greatest movies I've ever. I mean, definitely the
That's a Marvel movie.
greatest. The
Certainly a
greatest
movie.
The greatest duck in my book.
It was certainly a movie.
Way over Donald.
And then we
Way
got
over Daffy.
Dave Longworth.
Them's-
Longworth.
Them's fighting words right there.
Howard's the best duck.
Hey, when they put Howard as a CG
Jim
character.
Belushi, 5 out of 5.
Nice. When they put Howard as a CG character in the new Marvel movies, is it the same character?
Yeah. That's the Marvel. Yeah, Howard the Duck.
But
the
is
original.
he still voicing this? Is it
No,
the same?
no. I believe Seth
Wait.
Green voices the new
Howard the Duck is in a Marvel movie?
So Howard the Duck
It was actually a Marvel.
is
character.
a Marvel. It started as a Marvel comic
What?
book character. Yes.
oh,
But it was supposed to be like satirical, like, oh, it's a duck, like in the normal, he's an alien, but he's just out in the world. So it was definitely not supposed to be like the rest of the Marvel slate. So, and
I didn't know there was any connection to Howard the Duck and Marvel.
he is technically part of the Marvel universe,
Mario B.
and he showed up in
You love Mario.
all 3 of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Really?
It's a cameo.
Blueface to 5. Didn't something just happen to Blueface?
Blueface,
Something, I
baby.
don't know.
I think he was involved in some kind of thing that just happened. Blueface, 1 out of 5.
Oh,
rapper.
he's always involved in some things.
Is he?
He has 2 baby mama dramas at the same time.
Matt, congratulations, you're a winner as well. Or I'm sorry, Wyatt. Look like the map. It's Wyatt G. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna take this out. Oh, I think this is a late grade. No. Paul Servino, 1 out of 4. Didn't he just
About a year ago, yeah.
Paul
Maybe earlier
Sorvino.
this year.
from?
Goodfellas.
I
The
have
great
no idea.
scene where he slices the garlic super thin with the razor blade.
Mira's father.
That's right. Also father.
All
of
right,
Mira Sorvino.
another winner, Gary McCullough. You got a Lou Ferrigno, the Hulk, 3 out of 15. And this might be a superfractor.
Good
This
old
might be
Lou.
gold.
Ooh.
Brandon Casto gets a Charlie Hunnam.
Oh, from
1 of
Son-
1.
Oh, Charlie
Son-
Hunnam.
Oh,
Sons-
that's the Sons of Anarchy
Sons of
guy.
Yeah.
Wow, 1 of 1.
Charlie Hunnam. That's a good
Big
one.
hit. Congrats.
What's his name on Sons?
Oh, I don't know.
Jax.
Jax, that's right.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's what I'm here for.
We got
Also
one
was
more
in,
box.
that was a big show once
It
upon a
was.
time, right?
Pacific Rim. He was also in that movie. If anyone saw that one.
The first one or the second one?
And how many do we have left? So we got 3
The
left,
original
which
one.
means the 4th card we're gonna have to figure out how to get.
That's a good
away.
movie.
It's
Both of
mine.
them was.
I never saw the second one. I enjoyed the first one.
Good Japanese monster movie.
Yeah, it was cool.
Daniel E is gonna be our next winner. Daniel E. Ooh, yeah, I ain't as good as I once was. Toby Keith. Tickets to the show. It's a Toby Keith ticket stub.
From what year?
Toby.
2016 tailgates, interstates, and tailgates tour.
Interstates and tailgates.
$8.50 at the Xfinity Center.
What?
Yeah, that's what it says. Or maybe that's the fee. It says admission.
It's got to be nosebleeds.
No, $54.75.
Okay, that makes
Oh,
more
that
sense.
was the tax, probably.
Yeah. I was like, what year?
Every recent concert I've looked up, and
for
maybe I'm just
Daniel.
looking up expensive concerts, but minimum 150 upper deck.
It's expensive, man.
Yeah.
To go to a concert these days.
Yeah.
Aaron Dale. Gonna get a 1 of 1 John Barrowman. Anybody know?
Oh, John Barrowman. Yes,
Barrowman.
I know John Barrowman. Doctor Who. Doctor
what?
Who fame. Yes.
Aaron Dale.
Also a Broadway star.
Would be fitting if we got a Let It Go signature there.
Mhm.
Got Dell, our boy Dell. Dell Duncan with a Jen Harley. 5 out of 7.
Is she from the Guido show?
No.
The
Jen.
New Jersey Shore?
She is
No.
considered a business person.
She looks
She's got an
smart.
IMDb. Oh, you're right. Yeah, she's in Jersey Shore.
I
No,
knew
What?
she's not.
Yeah,
What?
she's in Jersey Shore.
No.
A newer member, I believe. Jersey Shore Family
Oh, she's what's his name's
What-
girlfriend, Mama. Baby
What's her Name?
It's who,
That they all have like
There's two
nicknames, right?
Jens on the show.
she's
She's
somebody's
not the
girlfriend.
she's not the
She's somebody's
original Jen.
girlfriend.
Remember there was a Jenny. That's who you're thinking about.
Oh,
is that the situation?
Situation. Mike's
situation?
Yep.
All right, and the last one, we're gonna figure out a way to give it away. It's actually a good one. Quavo.
Yeah.
8 out of 8 Quavo.
That's a good one,
That's
Elon.
really
We'll figure out a way
good.
to get Stay tuned for that.
Good
but
boxes.
There you guys go.
That
It's
was
always a
some
fun
good
one.
boxes. 2 101s.
I can't believe that Donald Trump Jr. came out. of
Yeah,
this, guys. It's-
just incredible.
Can't write it up.
Incredible timing. Incredible.
Good job, Leaf.
All right. we
And
gotta-
bad job at the same time.
Yeah. Well, they have a lot of politicians in there. So
They do.
I know we've pulled a Barack Obama in the past. This or that, Cody. I see that you got the Martian up there and Mookie Betts.
We're not the same. I am a Martian.
Thank you. Yeah, this or that, I thought this would be a good time with Jason Dominguez getting called up. Everybody's going crazy about him. I get it. He had 2 home runs in the first series.
Oh, he had another home run.
He hit one on Sunday night too. Yeah. So I thought let's do a little this or that. I'm gonna give you basically similarly priced cards of 2 different players. Basically one a little younger hot guy right now, and then one
Hot
a
prospect.
grizzled vet. So let me give you this first one. Would you rather have a 2020 first Bowman Chrome numbered in 499 auto of Jason Dominguez, PSA 10, or a BGS 9510 first Bowman auto Mookie Betts,
It's making no sense.
numbered in 99? Makes no. That's what I'm saying.
Makes
So
no sense.
this or that. The first Bowman Jason Dominguez last sold for $2,225. The Mookie
Wow.
Betts for $2,700. By the way, Mookie Betts just literally had one of the greatest months any player
I know.
has
I was gonna
ever
say
had.
he's in the MVP conversation.
Oh
now.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, this or that. You take. Are you betting on the future of Jason Dominguez, or does this feel like it's too obvious?
I mean, we're talking like card investment value, correct?
essentially, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Jason Dominguez.
Really?
Yeah, I know, and I
What?
don't understand why, but I do understand why. Is that there's a bigger upside. I could probably flip that Jason Dominguez now for more than I'm ever going to be able to flip the Mookie Betts for.
And the Mookie Betts is numbered to like 99.
That's numbered to 99. By
Yeah,
the way, it's a lower number.
It
card.
is. I'm going Jason
Great design,
Dominguez.
too.
Wow.
It's a beautiful card.
I'm going Jason Dominguez because
Oh, wow.
that's kind of the way this hobby works.
If
Like,
Mookie wins another World Series, and let's say he wins the MVP and the World Series this year, does that even
I
matter?
love Mookie Betts. There's something about the hobby doesn't.
Right.
The hobby value hasn't
no
been there
sense.
for a long time with Mookie Betts.
It
doesn't-
makes no sense. I think it's for him. He is such a well-rounded player. Like he does everything
he does
really
everything well, but does he hit?
But he doesn't hit monster home runs.
Yeah, does he hit
And we've
like?
seen him in the home run derby. It was
Right,
does he
it
hit
wasn't good.
cringe.
Does he hit 480-foot home runs? No.
No.
Jason
That's
He
Dominguez.
doesn't. He doesn't steal a million bases, but he gets like 30.
Jason Dominguez.
Yeah, God, I really thought this was gonna be like slam dunk Mookie, but the more you're talking about it, I'm like, maybe it is.
So you
Jason
like the
Dominguez.
possibility. So you're the type of guy. You're like,
Ah.
I'm going to take the 5-team parlay rather than just take a Georgia to beat the unranked team.
I know you're trying to make conversation here. You know that the Jason Dominguez, if somebody walked in right now and
With
was
both
willing to
cards?
sell you a Jason Dominguez for $2,200, that was a Gem Mint Auto 10,
It's a double 10 too.
you would buy that card. Because potentially that card in 2 weeks can be $4,000, where the Mookie Betts will probably still be $2,700.
Yeah.
Just he looks a little pudgy though too.
Oh, he's beefed up. Dude, have you seen him? He is. That kid's yoked.
He's a
I
big.
mean,
he's
I
a big
can't
kid.
tell-
He's a big guy.
Honestly, I can't
It's like
tell
the
if
Zion
that's,
of baseball.
No, not in that way. Like he's clearly this guy's got.
I can't tell if that's Jason Dominguez or Gary Sanchez.
He
I
gives.
have
He
no idea.
gives me. He's in a good way.
That
like
that
Popeye
that,
vibes.
that picture you just put before this, he looks like the Zion of baseball, dude.
He's big.
the
He's
way he
big.
built.
Yeah, go
Again,
back up.
He's
Go
built.
back up to that
He's
one.
built.
He looks a little
One
pudge.
second. Yeah.
if you want to talk about like the Kevin Hart in the Web and
I don't-
Yama,
that
this
is-
could be the
no,
scenario
wait a minute.
here.
That is not pudginess. This is not him being.
That's Zion
I mean,
right
I'm
there,
speaking
man.
for myself. but-
Again, look at if you saw him next to Judge. If you saw him next to
you
Aaron
don't have to
Judge.
be like chiseled to play baseball.
That,
No,
there's
no,
that
no,
too.
no,
but it doesn't
no.
matter in
Like,
baseball.
Dan
But
Vogel,
also,
Dan Vogelbach
that is not that.
is
That
a
is all
baseball
muscles.
player.
That is muscle.
Dan Vogelbach?
No,
Zion is all muscle too.
That's called barrel chested, right?
Zion
there.
is Zion is
And-
all muscle too.
That's
dude.
And
fair,
clearly,
that's
one of them's a better bowler than the other two. So.
There's that two-sport athlete, so there's that too. You have to take that into account.
Man,
All right.
I mean, I know you. I'm going the Mookie Betts card.
All right.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you gotta go different, but
No, I mean it's almost a coin flip situation for me, but I think I would take the proven commodity because that card has less of a chance of going down than the Dominguez.
That
could be
is
$100
the other
next
thing.
year.
Is
Yeah,
the
but,
floor is way lower.
the
for
Dominguez could be $10,000 next year.
It could. It could also be $100.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Mookie
And
Betts
the
will
and the
not be
Mookie
Maybe
the
not
Mookie
100.
bet the Mookie bets could go down to
No, not
$2
much.
grand.
Nope. Yeah, $2,000.
But again, it is a safer bet.
Man,
It's a much safer bet.
I'm here to win. I'm here to get ducats, man.
I'd go. I don't know. I'm
Oh,
very
do you guys still have that ant? By the way,
I'm just kind of looking at that. No, I don't.
you guys still have that ant?
We
Yeah.
lose. We
All
lose
right.
a lot.
Yeah, you guys can already see it. This or
There's no way
that.
that's not a real sale.
What's that?
Because Ant Man's hot. Right now.
Ant-Man. Because
Because
the
of the USA,
yeah.
he's been like carrying them.
yep.
And
This
then-
Again, wait,
and then
wait.
He's going into his third season, which is the
Against
year that
who?
most superstars are
Who
like.
is he playing against?
He's just international ball. He's playing against.
Everybody from the U.S. team also always balls out.
He's
did
like
lose.
he has been clearly
Wait, they
carrying them.
lost.
they did lose a game.
They lost. to
They lost. And,
Yeah,
and he's the main guy on the team, and they're losing, and his cards are going for.
They lost one game.
$52,000.
How'd they lose
they're still playing in
Yeah,
the
it's
they're still
group-
playing it
yeah.
for the
Who'd they
top,
lose to?
for the medal.
Lithuania.
Lithuania in their fourth game.
Not Luka, right? Because he's Latvia, right?
No, yeah, exactly. Serbia. No.
yeah.
Latvia, I don't know. I should know. Sorry.
But-
this or that? Are
I'll,
you getting?
I'll tell you guys for basketball because basketball is slow right now, but all people are talking about is Anthony Edwards in basketball right now.
Is this all we're watching?
I'll tell you what. We sold a number to 8 for about $19K in cash. So
Well, this is a number to 10 Anthony Edwards BGS 8.510. It sold a few months ago for $52,800. Or would you rather have the 2022 Bowman University's best Victor Wembanyama Superfractor 1/1 auto, also a PSA 8.5 that sold for
This is a tough question, man.
Pass.
$6,733.
I will buy 25 Jason Dominguez to $499.
you could buy
And throw in a couple Mookies
How
while
many
you're
of the
at
Roy
it.
Johnsons could you buy for that price?
Well,
Man,
I think I have to go with the Wembanyama. It's a 101. It's a superfractor. I've already licking my wounds on Anthony Edwards apparently, so I don't want to even deal with that anymore. And maybe it's a personal bias at this point. Nobody on the Timberwolves ever wins a game. They don't win anything. So
A game.
There's no point of investing any guy on the Timberwolves. So I'm going with the Wemby.
Jeez.
I
Shout out Minnesota fans.
am going Anthony Edwards.
Why?
You rebuying?
Yeah, I'm rebuying. Selling for 19,000, rebuying, getting back in at 52.
Yeah, you knew I had to throw this one on there.
Investment. That's what I do.
Granted,
it's diamond hand.
granted, that's a true gold. We sold the first off the line to 8. It's a different.
So
It is a different-
yeah, I'm buying. But so a couple things like the Wemby,
Sticker.
not licensed.
There will
Don't-
be a better Wemby
There
card.
will be a better Wemby, not licensed, not digging it.
There's better Anthony Edwards though too.
That's in T, man. Is there?
Well, there's at
not
least 9
really.
of those, and there's a logo man, and then there's a number to
True.
5, and then
Yeah,
probably
but
a number to 8, and a number to-
that is the National Treasures RPA.
How about this?
That
there
is
will
the card.
be at least 10 better. Ooh, that might be tough.
In which products though? You're like the only
Yeah, it's
better
true.
Wembanyama I can think of is the one that's on card that's in Topps Chrome, right? Or Bowman Chrome, I mean.
Yeah.
What about Prism?
Will his Prism Black
Prism-based card. I'm talking about
without
And
an
you got
auto?
that.
Yeah, I mean, but there's going to be better. There's
I'm
going
strictly
there's
autographs.
going to
General.
yeah, there's going to be even ink or no ink. There's going to be better Wemby cards.
Right.
and you got that ugly ass slab there too with the silver. I mean, it's just horrible. Like just.
I mean
Insert
that
bar
red
from
slab's
Monty.
not doing any favors to that
I
super
mean,
factor.
actually, could they get any more information Did they run out of
A
characters?
lot of info on that.
They run out of characters on that. Like,
It's a lot.
jeez.
But why do you have the silver and then you're like, we're gonna square cut with a like a stamp machine, the 10 auto grade, and throw it in there on the side. Now you have 2 colors on your slab. Awful. Anyways.
So
Yeah,
are we?
that's
So
kinda
I think
like a
across the
small
board, we
pet
all.
peeve
Well,
for me, too.
what? Who went Wemby? Did we all go?
Doug went Wemby.
But we all. Everybody else pretty much. Going
I'm
out
on the
there, right?
fence, man. It's like
not-
it's so
it's not
it's tough to say because like I know that a lot of people love Anthony Edwards, and I think he's gonna be a really good player too.
Yeah. All right.
But Wemmy's
Wemby. Yeah. He's gonna be. It's gonna be huge here for a few
first
months.
ever
It is.
sticker auto. That's still worth something.
It is. It is. All right, last one for us. Football season is arrives today. If you're listening to this on the
Hell
day that we
yeah.
are that we release this
Ooh,
on
this
Thursday.
is a tough one
This is-
too.
this
This
is-
is so tough.
This is a comparison that
not
like
tough at all.
this is a comparison that angers me.
Oh, okay.
This makes me extremely angry.
Well, here's the comparison to our listeners. We have a PSA 10 Silver Prism, Trevor Lawrence. That's last sold for $2,225. I had to put the pop report. Population 72. That's actually a lot lower than I thought it was going to be.
That's pretty low.
The PSA 10, and yes, I know the 2018s are different that year, but it is a silver rookie prism. Lamar Jackson.
it's not different.
Last-
There's one a box.
Right. That's what I mean. That's
That's why the pop is 28.
Exactly.
This
It's a
is-
lower pop.
This pisses me off.
2,000.
You can't compare the 2 years.
200.
I don't know, man.
and
There's-
$50.
The only reason I say
We're
it's
making the
hard
comparison.
is because both these guys should have really good years,
They both should be very good.
and you know both of these cards can go either way if you're investing. Okay, double, higher than double, 2.5x on the population for the Trevor Lawrence. I get that. So I'm going, for that reason, I'm going Lamar Jackson.
I'm
Cause the higher
100%.
pop.
I'm 100% going Lamar Jackson.
What?
Because in 2018 you were getting 1 silver per box.
right.
Dude, there's some guys, there's some
Very
people that think the
difficult.
Ravens can win the Super Bowl.
I mean, I would actually take a Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
I'll take a Baker Mayfield Gem Mint
okay.
10 silver 2000
Over a
18
Trevor
over
Lawrence?
What are you smoking?
Okay.
Hey.
Jeez. I got one for you. How about
I didn't-
Yeah, I know. I think I'm the one who bought it.
the number to 8.
yeah.
We got a number to 8 prism for like $200.
Yeah, Baker.
Clearly only a pop
shake,
of
shake
8.
and bake.
Here's my thing. The Ravens are not going to win that division. You have the Bengals in their division.
True.
You have
with Joe
Cleveland's
Burrow
gotten better.
out for the first I don't know how
Doesn't
long.
matter. Got Jamar Chase. They could have anybody throwing him.
Oh, I
And,
don't know.
and
Dude,
honestly,
Reach
the-
out. You're gonna
Downplaying
tell.
Joey
I don't think,
Cole
I don't
right
think,
there,
I don't think
dude.
Jamar Chase is like,
By the
man,
way, I
like
believe-
Ryan Finley. Like,
Ryan
why?
Leaf?
Why even?
Ryan Leaf is their quarterback?
I believe Burrow did say I'm ready to go.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah,
He's
no.
good.
Ryan,
He actually wants some more
Ryan,
money.
is
though.
it Ryan Finley?
Could be.
Yes, Ryan
He's good to
Finley,
go.
I
So
Ryan
yeah,
Finley.
Ryan. You think Jamar Chase is running routes and he's like, man, like Finley, Burrow. I can't even
Same
tell the
guy.
difference.
Yeah.
I can't even
Same
tell the
guy.
difference.
No, clearly, Trevor Lawrence is in a division with the Texans and the Colts and the Titans. So clearly going to win the division. This guy's going far in the playoffs. We saw what happened last year. I like Lamar Jackson. The hobby does not respect.
Jaguars
Lamar
have a
Jackson. They
cake
don't- they
schedule
don't.
this year.
And
He's
it's
too.
been
not gonna
hurt
change.
a lot. There's been a lot of injuries the last few years. I think. if
And
he has
which
a-
running quarterback has stayed healthy long enough to have a good enough career at this point? None.
But you can't deny
Not
that pop
one.
though. There's only 28 of those.
28.
But he doesn't sell. He just doesn't sell.
28.
$2,200.
All
for
it
a-
takes is
for a base
one.
card.
If,
That's pretty
again,
good.
he gets another MVP
He's
campaign
MVP, yeah.
and a Super Bowl, which again, this guy's already won one. He's MVP, and if this team's got a real shot at the Super Bowl, like I think we can agree, they're a playoff team. You
Yep.
just got to get in.
And you're not going to
Yep.
see like
else is on
you're
the
not
ri-
going to
who
see a
else is
lot
on-
more of the 2018 Panini Prism being ripped. You're going to see more 2021.
Yes.
I just bought some. Well,
Yeah.
I bought some contenders, but like 2021
Readily
product is still
available.
readily available.
Yeah.
2018 harder to find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have to believe in J.K. Dobbins. You're going to have to believe in Odell Beckham revitalizing his career.
That said, I do like Lamar a lot, and I think he needs more respect, absolutely. And I think the pop report there and
Helps it a
everything with
lot.
the history helps. All that said, I think I'm also going Trevor Lawrence.
Dude, I'll tell you right now, if I'm running a franchise and I need a quarterback right now to basically win me games, I'm going Lamar Jackson over Trevor Lawrence.
God. That
Better
is
track record.
wild. That is
Yeah.
wild.
I don't. think
What
it's that
are you,
wild.
dude? What,
Trevor Lawrence is
If we're
that-
talking on the
what
field, I don't think
has
it's that
Lamar Jackson done to you?
Nothing. He's done nothing. That's the point.
He's
Won
had
an
some
MVP.
injuries.
That's
I
it.
mean,
MVP.
I mean,
He
to
won
be
an
fair,
MVP. Where's Trevor Lawrence's MVP?
Yeah.
They mounted a comeback down by 35 points last year, and they led him to a comeback in one of the
Yeah.
biggest games of the year last year
In the
against,
second
that was
year.
impressive.
against Cody's Chargers.
That
Yeah.
well, was
Yeah, that
that
Herbert
Yeah,
sucks.
is that how great Trevor Lawrence is, or how
Two-time national champion.
How bad the defense played that game for the Chargers?
A little bit of both, but you know,
A little bit of both.
he's got Christian Kirk, he's got Calvin Ridley, he's got his boy from college, Travis Etienne, and they've beefed up that defense. I think the Jaguars are going to win 11 games this year.
I was gonna say, that's the thing in the short term here. I think Trevor's got there's a chance with that division, as weak as it is, that he'll eat up.
I will
and
tell
then
you
you go,
this.
oh my God, the Jaguars are the 2 seed.
The
What the hell
the
happened?
Ravens win more games than the Jags.
No,
this
absolutely
year.
I don't think they do.
100%.
Just
I
it's
don't
a
know, that's
tougher
tough, 'cause
division.
the Jaguars have an easier road.
Right.
They have,
They have an
six
easier
teams, They have
schedule.
6 games that they're going to win each game.
I think the
They're gonna beat
Ravens-
the Titans twice.
No, yeah, they're
going
going
to
to win 6 games.
Ravens could very well
6
be a
and
better
11.
team, but the team with the better record, I still think, is the Jags. But the Ravens could very well be a
I mean,
better
the
team.
problem with Lamar is he
More
came
talented
out in 2018, and you know a lot of these guys have moved on, but people PC'd Baker Mayfield just because who he was. People PC'd Sam Darnold, a lot of Jets fans, and then you have
Saquon.
you have Josh Allen, you had Saquon. Lamar just was never like a hugely popular guy because he was like the 5th or 6th guy of that draft class.
there
when
was
it came out.
remember all those all
That
all
was
the
a 2-year
scouts?
period where he was the guy from that draft class.
He was, but his cards never reflected it.
But it was always because he
never got
always-
respect.
Yes, because of the scouts who came out and were like, well, maybe he's a wide receiver, maybe he's not a QB, and like he did the fact that he fell as far as he did. You're right. It's always been an uphill battle. for him.
Apparently, they
Not
just
fair,
they
but it has
just
been.
give away like offensive like offensive MVPs. Like they're just like they're all not everybody gets them.
He is a top 5 QB in the NFL. There's no questioning that.
Who's at the top 5?
To me, he's a top 5.
Mahomes,
Mahomes,
Jimmy.
Burrow,
It's okay.
Stafford.
Purdy, Lamar.
We didn't
Lamar,
get
I-
C-Rad's QB pick last week. I want to know one QB. Can you? We need to hear from you. So we all picked a QB if on our last week's segment.
Yeah.
Where basically you looked at their Silver Prism PSA 10 rookie card, and if whoever gets the highest percentage up at the end of the season is the winner.
Okay.
So you got to pick one guy, and it doesn't. That's why maybe you don't want to go with Mahomes or whatever, because you want to get someone who's going to grow.
The percentage.
So I want to know
okay.
who's C-Rad.
If you were to buy today, and then
Yes.
you went to the end of the year, would have the biggest gain.
Yes. Who's
Okay.
going to have the biggest gain?
Okay. I got it.
Okay.
Kyler Murray.
What?
It's bold. It's a bold move.
That is one of the boldest.
Well, he's not
takes.
playing right now.
Yeah,
It's
it
not a
can't.
bad
I guess it
move.
can't. You theoretically shouldn't go down.
I mean, you're not. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
All right,
can't really
lock
go
it
for
in. That's my pick.
All right.
I thought I had the
Kyler.
wildest take with
Does
Jimmy
he-
Garoppolo
could
last
Kyler-
week. I picked Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, I know.
last
I
week.
couldn't pick Jimmy because I knew you picked Jimmy.
Yeah. Is Kyler projected to play at all this season?
He's on the pup for at least 4 games.
Okay.
He isn't. He's not playing.
You know what though? Because this is probably the play, is that Cardinals are terrible. His value seems to be going like it doesn't go crazy, it doesn't crash, but it just kind of stays. And then he has like a 6-game stretch at the end of the season where they're like, well, we just need to get on the field, and he
gets rid
looks
of the
really
team.
good.
No, they are gonna move on. They're gonna get Caleb Williams.
Yeah. But like,
And-
if he has like a
and-
6-game stretch where he's auditioning essentially for the next team and he actually looks really good, there's gonna be people who are like, you know what, I'm buying Kyler.
Mark it down. What's his silver go for as of today?
I have to look it up, but yeah, that's a okay.
I have a lot of Kyler Murray.
I'm
cards.
actually not as mad about that as I initially was.
They named him a captain though. For this
He's
season.
gonna play this year. He's gonna play.
All right.
He's gonna play.
I said
Murray.
Aaron Rodgers.
Rich Gannon gave
Aaron
an
Rodgers
update.
awesome. Yeah.
Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers is like, I think for who he is
So you're
and
talking
what
about his
cur-
top's chrome.
I'm talking about anything. You
Yeah.
can say exquisite.
Yeah, yeah.
real quick before
Contenders.
we say goodbye, football predictions. Just give me a Super Bowl winner.
Well, I was going to give you guys a quick this or
Yeah,
that on the terms of Lamar Jackson.
Oh no,
Lamar
we
Jackson
moved
or
on.
Jalen Hurts?
Just are we talking
Lamar
hobby
Jackson
wise?
or Jalen Hurts, this or that?
Yeah.
Lamar.
Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
Unanimous. What about you, Doug?
I'm not sold on Jalen Hurts. I'd probably go Lamar Jackson.
I like
on that
Jalen
one,
Hurts,
too.
but I like.
Well, what is this Jalen Hurts going for his over?
I don't even know.
Too
Is Jalen
much.
Hurts? You say the top
Too
5
much.
active quarterbacks. Is Jalen Hurts in that conversation?
Top 10 maybe.
Yeah.
I think Lamar Jackson is definitely above not only hobby, like value wise, but like on the field wise. I think Lamar Jackson is top 5.
But if you look at
Maybe
fantasy
top
drafts,
4, maybe a top 3.
Jalen Hurts is consensus number 3 in fantasy drafts.
Right.
He has
So-
more. He has more proven weapons as far as receivers.
For the value of fantasy, I guess.
Yeah. So for fantasy, when you have like you're throwing AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, you can make an argument that they have the
Goater.
best 1 and 2
Yeah.
in the league.
Well, no, they don't have IU.
Dude,
and Debo, but
the Niner fans are unbelievable. Like, how can you say that with a straight face?
well, you had guys they both had 1,000-yard seasons. So how you gonna?
Do you know what Devontae Smith and AJ Brown did last year?
Well, they didn't win a Super Bowl.
Neither did Ayuk or Debo.
Same.
But I'll tell you right now,
You
those
know-
two guys got a step closer.
You know who the NFL.com named the number 1 ranked offense, though, right? You know they did, right? The Niners. You know they named the number 1 defense? The Niners.
NFL.com?
I think so.
No, they didn't. There's no way. There's no way.
Number
There's
1
no-
on offense and
I
defense.
could see them saying best defense. There's no way. NFL.com said the Niners have the best offense in the NFL.
Predictions.
There's no way.
Super
Zero
Bowl
chance.
predictions.
Bills.
Yes, there you go.
Bills win the Super Bowl.
The other side says the Chiefs, but I mean it's hard to.
Yeah, I'm sorry to be that guy, but yeah, it's Kansas City Chiefs.
So what?
Until
so
further
we,
notice,
So we
No
had it.
way. They're not even gonna make the playoffs.
Well, we had it. Did
Niners
we,
are ranked 6th.
did we stop? Did we stop having this conversation? Is your team the Niners? You're picking the Niners to win the Super Bowl?
Over who?
Niners over Jets.
Okay.
31-21.
Come on, man. Come on, man. All right. Well, I'm gonna pick the Jets over the Niners, 31-21.
Wow.
I am going Bengals over the Eagles.
That'll be a fun Super Bowl.
You just can't pick the Niners, even though you went with Chris.
No, I'm not I'm not picking the Niners. Dude, this is where it all comes crumbling down.
One more
This
year.
this is where they call it a reboot, not a rebuild. But you guys are going to know that terminology very well.
This is the greatest team that I've seen in my life as far as talent on the field. I'm serious.
They haven't played
You call
yet.
me a homer, but
they
I'm
haven't
serious.
played yet.
All the rankings
On paper,
On
there is,
paper,
yes.
they have the
I agree.
greatest-
This is the
the
greatest.
Niners
This
have
is
ever
the
had.
greatest team.
Man.
You just said this is the greatest team you've ever seen in your lifetime, but they
Yeah.
haven't played a game, and then you're like on paper,
Dan, just wait till next week after they lose the Steelers.
dude.
They're
Yeah,
losing
and,
to the
well,
Steelers.
I mean, they lose to the Steelers. Like, Niner fans are gonna be like, should never traded away Trey Lance.
I mean, we did lose to the Bears last. It does happen. We lost
Yeah.
to the Bears last year and the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm saying like
still
yeah.
had- the best
I
record.
think the Niners win like 9 or 10 games.
Okay.
Dude, that is not a bad season.
You think
7?
9 and 8?
I said 9 or 10.
So, 10 and 7? No.
Good record.
Well, they're not losing.
What are you? Are you gonna
Fine.
be 17 and 0?
Well, no.
They may never lose a game in the next decade.
I think it's a. I think it's a.
I
12-win
actually don't think the
team.
Niners are going to punt all year.
I think on the low end.
The
they're
reason why they don't have a kicker is they're not going to kick field goals.
Again, sorry if I'm getting biased, but on the low end, this is an 11-win team. On the low end, if things go right, on the low end,
Oh,
they're
Steelers
11
win,
man,
Rams
I'm-
win,
I'm-
Giants
What do you,
win,
I'm
what do you mean
Cardinals
that
win.
things go right?
I'm
Like
excited
they-
for this weekend.
They win games.
I can't wait.
No injuries.
Can't wait for tomorrow.
Lions
Lions and Chiefs.
Oh, it's a long
I got
time
Jameer
coming.
Gibbs on the fantasy team, so I need him to show out.
I know my wife, and I
Oh,
love
11.
watching my kids play sports, but my wife signed them up for a fall league softball, and they're on Sundays. So luckily, the schedule this week with both games at 9 a.m. So
Okay.
might miss first 10, 15.
Yeah.
11.
You're lucky the Niners usually play in the afternoon then.
I know, yeah. So
Minimum
hopefully-
11 wins.
Yeah. Like, I don't think that's outlandish.
What does Vegas have it at? I mean, what's the Vegas odds?
I think it's 10.5.
It probably doesn't get any higher than that.
There you
right?
go. Minimum 11.
I
I'm
said
right in line with
9 or
Vegas.
I said 9 or 10.
That's too low.
10.5. It could be 10.
Cardinals is like 3 games or something. You guys said, right?
Yeah, something like
3.5
that.
games or something.
Yeah, it's like
That's
3.
wild.
It's insane.
Well, the Chiefs are plus 650 on the Super Bowl odds, and then it's the Niners at plus 750. So
Yeah. 1 and 2.
then the Eagles at 800, and Bills at 900, Bengals at 1100, Cowboys at 1200, Ravens. Well, actually, Ravens are ranked pretty high. Ravens are ranked.
That's
over
what
the Jets.
That's what I was
crazy.
trying to say earlier. Like, there's a lot of analysts that think the
Trying to
Ravens
say-
can win the Super Bowl this year. dude.
sleeper pick for sure.
They're up there, dude. They're like, what's that, like top
No,
6
a sleeper pick is go scroll all the way down on that and pick one of the
Raiders.
yeah, like
Lions.
Yeah, who has the Cardinals have to have the worst odds,
yeah,
right?
the Rams are probably down there.
Buccaneers have the worst odds, plus 15. What?
Really?
15,000, and the Cardinals
Baker
tied.
Mayfield,
Actually,
dude.
the Texans, Cardinals,
trash.
and Bucks are tied. So that's what I'm saying. The Colts are on the bottom too, and the Titans. So you have the Jaguars in literally the worst division in football on paper.
And
right now.
and a pretty easy schedule because of their division too. Of course.
Jaguars are plus 2,800. They're probably about 10th or 11th on the list. Lions are ranked higher than the Jaguars. That's insane to me.
No,
That's
that
not
makes
that
sense.
Yeah.
They're
maybe a
expected
little
to win their division this year.
The Lions are a better team than Jacksonville.
Yeah, I would agree.
Maybe they have Jared Goff though.
Jared Goff is a good pro.
bit. He is.
Jared Goff is not going to lose.
He's like a Jimmy Garoppolo.
You sure?
Yeah.
Sure. He's
Check out the social medias. I have a video hyping up Jared Goff that will be out on Thursday. So
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm interested because you got a 2016 guy. He's pretty much the last. He's almost the last of that class. Wentz has moved on.
Basically, He's the
Ezekiel. I mean, you got
only guy.
Dak, I guess too.
Dak
You
and
got
Dak and Goff.
yeah, because you got Elliott. I
Golf
mean,
survived them all, baby.
Yep.
Number 1 pick.
and I'm sure he probably, he's happy to be in Detroit. He likes it.
Detroit.
He likes all the cars around him and stuff. All the manufacturers of cars. And Aiden Hutchinson, right?
they got a good team.
Do they have a chance at beating the Chiefs today?
Tomorrow, yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Sure.
Whatever day. I don't.
It's the game in Kansas City, though, right? Has
Yeah,
to
it's
be.
in KC.
I honestly don't think, and
No Kelsey.
I don't think
Potentially.
I don't think
Potentially.
it is a certainty by
No
any
Chris
means that the Chiefs actually win their division. Not saying the Chiefs don't make the playoffs,
I'm saying that.
but I don't think the Chiefs win that division.
Yeah.
That's crazy talk. Who's going to beat them?
That's not crazy.
Chargers?
Super Bowl
Chargers are
hangover,
second.
dude.
Chargers
It's gonna
are
be their
second.
first. It's gonna be their first Super Bowl hangover.
They've never had
I
one.
honestly think the Raiders are going to have the best season they've had in a decade.
Jesus.
Let's go.
I
I think the Rams are gonna surprise everybody in that
I
division.
think yeah. Well, I mean,
Did you guys work out a deal? A slap and tickle on the side or what?
Broncos
also-
will be better.
I also think
Chargers
the,
still have
the
Justin
Broncos
Herbert.
are going to be a lot better with Sean Payton.
The Broncos need to get at least 9 wins for me to put Russell Wilson in the conversation about being in the Hall of Fame, by the way, too. So.
Oh, he's already in the Hall of Fame.
No. He's back in the. He's out of the Hall of Fame right
No,
now.
he's,
based on last
he's
year.
in the Hall of Fame.
No,
He's already
not.
in there.
They,
He's
they haven't
already
played.
in
He
there.
got-
They
he's
already
gonna
have a
retire for
space
5
for him.
years.
They already have the bronze bust
Yeah.
of his face. It's already there.
It's a space for him. Yep, they carved it out for him.
I've already asked people, and the chat was like, no. You guys are just crazy to think that he is.
They just don't want to upset you.
No, I don't have that much power. No, they know football,
For
apparently.
the love of God, I just hope there's a definitive answer by the end of the season because I don't know how many
I
more.
mean,
of these
I have Jerry
conversations I could
Jeudy on a
do.
couple teams. I do wish them the best, So.
I have no Bronco. I have no Charger, and I have no Chief on my team. Hallelujah.
So you probably have the worst.
Honestly, besides, nobody wants to talk about anybody's fantasy team, and I get it. But the Chiefs, besides Mahomes and Kelsey, who do you want?
Isaac Pacheco.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I mean, you
You
kind of
know,
have to get him if
Kadarius
you
Toney?
need him. Yeah, sure.
no, you don't. This is what I'm
Kadarius
talking
Toney.
about.
Yeah.
Are we sure the Chiefs are that good?
I have Sky Moore on my bench.
And their defense is significantly worse without Jones.
It is.
Significantly worse.
He'll get the deal.
They're still winning the Super Bowl
They are-
because they have Patrick Mahomes and nobody else.
I don't
does.
think they're making. I think I actually said this last year. That I was my bold statement is that the Chiefs were not going to make the playoffs, and then they ended up winning the Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
Slightly, I was off on that one. I'm gonna admit.
I just don't know.
I'm gonna admit I was off on that one. But I think this year they don't make the playoffs.
I just don't know how anyone sits here with a straight face and says these things about the Chiefs when we have the most talented quarterback we have potentially ever seen playing in Kansas City after a 2 decades worth of the other greatest quarterback we have ever seen dominating the league year in and year out, winning ring after ring after ring in a QB-dominated league. How can you not sit here and just go, it's Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs until further notice? Because that's what it is.
I had nightmares of the potential matchup
Never.
last year, but we got knocked
I
out
mean,
by the
Patty is the Niners' daddy.
I watched that whole Netflix documentary. I'm still not convinced.
Watch the man win a
I'm
Super
actually
Bowl.
not even sure Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback on the documentary.
Oh God.
Oh, what are we, a Kirk Cousins guy?
You rate,
agree.
You rate Kirk Cousins #1 in the documentary. Kirk Cousins. And then it's a toss-up. I mean, it's a coin flip at that point between Mariota and Patrick Mahomes. It can go really either way.
How many other quarterbacks have 2 Super Bowls that are active in the league right now?
That would be 0.
After this season, it's gonna be 2 Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, and if it does happen, it only took him 28 years of not playing the Niners to win it.
Stafford.
If he has to go through the Niners, he's gotten knocked out of the playoffs 4 straight times by the Niners. So if it's a Jets, Niners
Aaron
Super Bowl,
Rodgers?
yeah,
If they were to be in the Super Bowl
yeah,
and lose, yes.
That's okay.
that would be the 5th time.
He's got the best team he's ever had.
No,
This year.
it's going to be the redemption. If the Niners do play the Jets in the Super Bowl, Aaron Rodgers.
Heartache.
He pulling out all the stops.
Oh,
But then you guys are saying, and before we end the show out, you're saying that Aaron Rodgers is going to run through the Bengals, the Bills, and the Chiefs.
I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but it's
Yeah,
possible.
I mean, it's
The
gonna,
AFC is clearly way better,
better.
than the NFC.
Way more
100%.
top heavy, yeah. Way more top heavy.
I mean,
At the
beyond
top,
the
yeah.
Niners and Eagles.
No,
it's a
I don't even
crapshoot.
know that. Practically, there's really no good teams in the NFC. Let's be honest.
Everybody's even.
Everybody is pretty much like 500.
Well, you have that whole division: Jets, Dolphins, and Bills.
That's a
I mean,
brutal.
and
That's a
Patriots are
brutal
in.
division.
That's like 3 of the top 10 teams right there in one division. That's
yeah, I don't
crazy.
think we should be sleeping on the Dolphins if they can.
Then
get
again, you guys
know,
remember how high we were on AFC West last year, and then like the whole division
That's
stuck
true.
besides the Chiefs.
That's
We
true.
I think the consensus was that was the toughest division in football.
Nah,
we
not
were
even.
wrong.
But I still feel that this year, it's going to be a tough division. I also think the Chargers will be the last.
Oh, it's gonna be a tough division.
They will
this
be
year.
the last place team in that division.
Yeah.
The Chargers will be the last place team in that
I
division.
don't
Let's turn this last question to card related. Okay, we did quarterbacks already, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so say you've got the pedigree of wide receivers have been gaining value in the hobby. I've seen Justin Jefferson cards at the Burbank show, seen Chase cards at the Burbank show. That's kind of 1A, 1B right now. I'd say is Jefferson and Chase as far as card values. Who's a guy that can come up and be in that 3rd spot? A guy that you're like, I want to invest in this receiver.
Receiver, huh?
I don't even think it's
It's always got to be a young guy. I think.
it's Garrett Wilson. I don't think
That's
it's
my go-to.
Yeah, maybe you could go with some of the Dolphins guys, but to me, the mix of all the hype on the Jets this year, Aaron Rodgers is there.
And he's still relatively young. He
Right.
still has rookie cards coming out.
Yeah.
How
Yes,
about Olave?
exactly.
Derek Carr, Saints.
Oh yeah, I love that pick.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of upside there.
Yeah.
Well, that division is questionable too, right? Because you've got
It is a
BC.
nothing
Buccaneers.
division. It's a
You got the
nothing
Falcons.
division. Yeah.
Can
Who
you
else?
can you
Carolina?
can you win a division by only winning 5 games?
It is very well. Remember last year
Could
there
that
was a
happen?
scenario where a
They
6-win team would have won that division.
Yeah.
That was alive with the last 2 weeks in that
Yeah, I think-
division.
I think
and they still
obviously-
had Tom Brady in that division.
That division is going to be tough. I'm not sold on the Falcons.
It's gonna be tough to watch, that's for sure.
The Buccaneers.
They got a lot of young fun teams though
Yeah.
to watch.
Yeah, who's the best team in that division? Saints.
Saints.
I'm picking that just because I'm biased for
And we have the Panthers.
The
Yeah, but I
Panthers
think
are the team
Falcons
that
are the second team there
the,
for me.
to me, the Panthers are the team that if Bryce Young has a good rookie season, could surprise everybody.
But
and win
who
that
are they?
division.
Who's Bryce Young going to throw the ball to?
I'm not.
Adam
I'm
and
not sold on
a
Carolina.
past his prime Adam Thielen.
I'm not
Yeah,
sold on
Adam
Carolina.
Thielen.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
like Carolina.
Bryce Young is also about the size of Kyler Murray, correct?
Smaller.
Yeah, smaller.
Smaller.
They were
He's
saying he
small.
doesn't have like the how like Kyler is small, but like he has like definition like where his chest and his thighs are like like a pro athlete, where Bryce is just like He just has regular.
I saw him in
legs.
person. He looks like a student.
His regular guy legs.
Bro legs. He got bro legs.
He's got regular guy arms and guy legs.
Yeah.
Well, what about a Drake London? I mean, if that would mean Desmond Ritter.
You're
would have to
counting
have
on
a good
Desmond
season
Ritter,
too,
yeah.
right?
But didn't we see Desmond Ritter come in last year and he looked pretty bad?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is he clearly the starter too? There?
Yep.
Yep.
Number one.
It's his job.
It's
But he did
And
not.
people are
he did
investing in
not-
him like
he
he's
did
number
not
one.
look good.
No.
He did not look good last year.
Didn't blow people away. No, not
So.
convincing.
I don't know.
All right. Well, we got to get this thing edited and up before Jacob goes live on Fanatics. Check us out on Fanatics Live. We also have pre-sales up of Bowman Chrome there as well as the website. Bowman Chrome is up for pre-sale. Get your teams, get your random spots. Use code HYPE10 for 10% off on Mojobreak.com, and we'll see you guys next week on the Hype. Peace.